Hello, I'm so happy I got a hold of you. Welcome back to another exciting episode of LT Showcase. I am Lucious T, and today we're talking about Chrome. Blazing Chrome. Woo!
There's a lot of games out there, some of which you've never even heard of. That's where I come in. I'm Lucious T. I've been playing games since the age of 2, and I have no life.
This is Retroactive.
Blazing Chrome is a heart-pumping, adrenaline-rushing Contra game. That's the easiest way to put it. They know it too. It's very clearly using that Contra 3 The Alien Wars art style. Even some of the levels are inspired by it. Some of the way the gameplay works is inspired by it. I mean, hell, at the end of the game, when you blow up the base, it looks just like the end of Contra. There are certain enemies that are taken from other 16-bit games. I'm pretty sure the level 4 boss is just like the level 4 boss in Run Saber, but the game is amazing. Now, I was originally going to compare this game to Contra Rogue Corps and have kind of a duel, but after playing 5 minutes of Contra Rogue Corps and seeing that your machine gun can overheat, requiring you to wait to then fire it, there was no competition. So I got my little brother. We played 2 players. You can play on either beginner mode or normal mode. Once you beat it, you unlock hardcore mode, and you also unlock 2 other playable characters. The 2 characters you have at the beginning is the Contra guy, but in this case it's the Contra gal, and then you have a robot. They both have the same skill set. You have a machine gun, and you can pick up one of 3 other special weapons. You have one that looks like the fireball, but it's a plasma thing. You have another one that's a grenade launcher, and then you have a laser beam that requires you to charge it. And then once you charge it, it keeps a laser that goes across the whole screen, and if you move direction, it changes directions too. Now, there's also a secret melee attack that requires you to get up close and dirty next to an enemy, and usually that will one-shot any normal enemy. Knowing that you have this is critical, because most enemies take a couple of hits to die. And that was something at the beginning I wasn't too keen on. I'm like, oh, a little harder that way. But the longer you get into it, the more you get accustomed to it, you get better. Just ask my little brother. He was not on the same, obviously he hasn't played as many of these NES games, so the whole time it's like, oh my god, it's so fast-paced, I can't concentrate, I can't see this. But as we kept going, he kept getting better, and the one thing I really love about this game is that it is beginner friendly. Now, it's still hard as balls, but there are checkpoints, and there is unlimited continues. Now, I'm sure the hardcore mode, when you unlock it, that's probably going to be like the old school NES, Super Nintendo, limited continues, blah blah blah, but it made it so that we could get through the game in one city. I think it took us about 4 hours, but super fun, and they allow you to pick your path. You have 4 missions at the beginning. You can pick one of 4 of them. You have one that's in a city, the one that's in a desert kind of area. You got one that I think was, I can't remember what the other 2 were, but really, I mean, they all kind of blended together, all different variations of Contra. And then once you unlock the 5th mission, you're in a snow area, and they even have a little bit of a callback to Battletoads, which they handled well. It was a little overwhelming at first. Oh my god, an enemy came up from behind you, but it's once you get better at it, once you get to know what to anticipate, the whole game is amazing. The guns that you could get, you could switch on the fly, and if you die holding that gun, you die and lose it. But if you die with the regular machine gun, you keep it. So then it allowed you to kind of keep guns for boss fights and plan ahead. Of course, you can steal your buddies' lives if you die. There's sometimes free lives in the levels. You'll get ammo crates that'll drop your secondary weapons, as well as they have robots. And this is another great invention, because it's one-hit death, just like normal. But you can get a robot that has a shield over you and then gives you 2 extra hits. Essentially, it's 2 lives. You have another robot that will give you a little turret that could fire, and then a 3rd robot that increases your speed, which really is pretty useless, I found, except for in certain instances like the aforementioned Battletoads section. That's a pretty useful time to have it as then. And it's just so much fun. It's so much fun because of the unlimited continues and the checkpoints. And yes, I know, oh, well, you didn't beat it the right way, then mate, you do. No. I know I didn't beat it on hardcore mode. It's kind of the same as using the 30-man code in Contra. Yeah, you beat it, but yeah, you didn't really beat it. But I beat it on normal mode, and I'm happy to say that. The boss fights, the story-wise, all that, yeah, whatever. It's a Contra game. But what it nails is it nails the tight controls. It has good homages without being too over the top. There's even a section that's similar to, I think, Scat, where you're floating, you're shooting. There's a 6th stage, which is just a boss rush stage, and it's kind of similar to Mega Man the way you go there, but it's just so much fun. And once I found out I had the melee button, and then that takes out most enemies, it's just, oh, that risk reward. It just, oh, amazing game. I can't recommend it more. Great 2-player experience. It's really beginner friendly, which isn't easy to say for a Contra game, while at the same time still being balls hard. So there's not much more to say than that. Blazing Chrome, if I was to give it a review, I give it a 9. It is so much fun. It is so great, and it makes me want to go back and play more of it and get better, because you do get better at it. So yeah, that's your Lucious T review. Pick it up. Play it. That's your homework. Well, welcome back to another Dan the Man. He's about to turn 20 in a week, and we figured for his birthday we're going to do a few videos here. So the first one, because I'm one of those idiots that bought the Stranger Things new Coke thing for $20 and have still yet to try one, we're going to have ourselves an old-fashioned blind taste test. So I got Pepsi, I got Coke, I got new Coke, and then I have Coke Zero.
I'm gonna go and say that's Pepsi. Actually, man, I have to let you know, the second one's slightly better. Woohoo!
All right.
I said the other one was Pepsi. I'm gonna have to say this one's new Coke. Wow, this one actually tastes different than the other two. Man, this gotta be new Coke.
Yeah.
This gotta be new Coke. I've never tasted this before. Why the hell would they discontinue this? Are they insane?
So you think that's the new Coke?
Man, it has to be the new Coke.
So you say number 3, number 2, then number 1?
Yes, let's go with that.
Okay.
Because the first two tasted the same.
Try that. Now.
There we go.
Drink deep.
That's pickle juice. What the F?
So, you would say new Coke is the best.
Honestly, yeah.
Which is funny because back in the 80s, this exact thing was done and most people picked new Coke. But then when they replaced regular Coke with new Coke, there was an immense backlash. So yeah, I'd have to say it's a hybrid between the two. I still prefer the body of Coke, but new Coke is pretty good. So yeah, thanks for checking it out, guys. Say goodbye, Dan.
Well, it was nice seeing you. I will see you again.